Our apricots are fresh off the grill. I'm just going to break this ball right in half. Spanish cured ham. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah. Apricots are the cutest springtime fruit. Aren't they so cute? And they're not just for eating or for using in desserts, but they're also to make amazing antipasto spreads. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make the most delicious antipasto spread using grilled apricots, Serrano smoky ham, and burrata. It's so yummy and it's perfect for a springtime picnic. So let's get this picnic started. So I have my beautiful apricots that I got at my farm stand, and I'm just gonna go ahead and give them a nice slice right in half. They have a pit just like a peach would, so you have to cut around the pit and then pop them apart just like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that for all of my apricots, and then I'm going to place them on my grill, high heat, for about 2 minutes on either side until they have nice grill marks. Our apricots are fresh off the grill. In full transparency, our grill didn't ignite, so I had to use my little in-house grill, and so the grill lines aren't that great. But they're still beautiful in my eyes. You wanna make sure that you use apricots that aren't really, really soft, by the way, or else they're going to get kind of mushy on the grill, and you don't want that. But you do want a good balance between a nice tart apricot, which is a little bit less ripe, and a sweet apricot, which is really, really ripe. So, really, really ripe. That's really hard to say. So, here I have my Swiss chard. I'm using this beautiful spring veggie. I'm gonna cut off the ends here, and the rest of the Swiss chard is completely edible, even the stems. And if you haven't had Swiss chard before, it's kind of a mix between like a spinach and a kale. It's a little bit bitter and sweet at the same time, and really, really crunchy. Okay, so I have a few stalks. I'm gonna give this a nice rough chop here into relatively large bite-sized pieces, just like that. And then I have my Swiss chard here, my apricots here, and I'm going to make a beautiful light vinaigrette that's a little bit orangey, a little bit apricot-y, if that's a word, and a little tart. So all I'm doing here is I have some white balsamic vinegar that just has such a nice citrus taste. It's not too assertive. It's really almost a little bit mild. It's perfect for something like this. I have some orange juice. You can either do fresh squeezed or just the stuff in the grocery store. And then I have just a tablespoon or so of apricot preserve or apricot jam that you can get right in the grocery store. And it's made out of apricots, and it's just going to bring all of this home. It's gonna add a nice sweetness, and it's just gonna tie all together with the apricots that we're actually putting on this board. Then the final little touch here is just a tablespoon or so of extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of black pepper, and some salt, just like that. So then I'm just gonna give it a nice little whisk, combine those ingredients, break up the apricot preserve, whisk away, just like that. And I'm gonna pop my Swiss chard right in, like that. And my cooled down, make sure they're cool. Don't put them in here piping hot. My apricots. And then I have some tongs, and I'm going to give this a nice light toss, being careful that you don't break up the apricots. So it's assembly time, baby. So I'm going to take my wonderful little, almost like a salad, but it's like a deconstructed salad, and I'm gonna be placing this all on a board. So it's really, really fun, and you can kind of eat it table side as a group if you are eating this with your fam. So I have my apricots and my Swiss chard all dressed beautifully on this board, and it's time for our burrata. Isn't this the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? Oh, I could just eat it like an apple. So if you haven't had burrata, it's basically a cream and mozzarella filled ball. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to break this ball right in half. Let it ooze all over the place, and then I'm just going to take big chunks of it and just put it all over your board. So next up is my favorite step, and it's adding jambon ham, aka Serrano ham, same thing, and it's Spanish cured ham. It's kind of like a prosciutto mixed with ham, kind of mixed together. It is so delicious, and it's one of the best things about going to Spain, trust me. So we're going to use it on this board today because it's going to add a beautiful smokiness to this board and just bring it all together. So I'm going to rip pieces off and just scatter them throughout the board. Hallelujah! Is this the best thing you've ever seen? I'm so proud. It's so beautiful. Right before you serve it, you can add a little bit of this leftover juice here in the bowl to the top. It's the nice marinade or the vinaigrette, but you can do this now. I have a balsamic glaze that I'm gonna do a little zhuzh over the top to make it look so fun and tie everything together. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah! Let's eat. The apricots are tart, but a little bit sweet. The burrata is so creamy, and the smoky ham, and then the crunch of the Swiss chard, the citrus vinaigrette. Oh man. Check this out on tastefullygrace.com. You won't regret it. It's so yummy. And look. La 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 la. Banana leaf. So many uses.